Look at the early lineups. See that?
Doesn't look like that.
First lineup?
This looks like somebody else.
Yeah, who's that?
Who the fuck is that?
Look, updated 2019. Judas Priest.
Al
Atkins.
Atkins.
Al Atkins.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks like a criminal. 69, second lineup. Al Atkins left in 73. So none of these guys were in Judas Priest. The only
bunch of weird English fucking dudes. Cafe racing, fucking, we'll bring all kinds of shit over here we knew nothing about. We're like, oh yeah, it's so cool, man. That was cool with the blade. I don't know if that guy cut his fucking fingers after he took that picture. Think he did? Al Atkins, oh man, he was the girlfriend of Rob Halford.
Okay. The guy.
Rob Halford's girlfriend. Al Atkins, he taught him everything he knew. Right, Steve?
Right.
All right. They recruited him from Sly and the Family Stone.
Who?
That guy. I want to take you higher. Let me, baby, let me
That's the priest.
fire.
This is
I'll
old
take
priest.
you higher.
New priest. Old priest. Like, oh. Those two used to go to concerts.
John always, we've seen Zeppelin 3 times. John would always get the tickets, scalp them, sleep out all night, have 20 fucking people get bracelets. Then he'd cut them off. He'd give them a free ticket to the Zeppelin, David Lee Roth, whatever show, Kiss, Van Halen.
The funny one is when you talking about on the video here yesterday with the cafe racers.
Oh, the cafe.
And I guess where is this in England?
In England, and they have a spot of tea. They go there for a spot of tea, and then they come out, they get on their cafe races, they go to the next place. I don't know, I think they were drinking along the lines too, but the whole deal is to have tea. So
maybe tea is just a code word.
I watch all these car shows, and there's an English guy, Mike, they got a show on TV.
Oh, yeah, Wheeler Dealers.
Wheeler Dealers. Okay. So they're from England. He's from England, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one day he has a show. He wants to build a cafe race. He buys this fucking bike and brings it into the shop. It says, "Yeah, you know, we're gonna build a cafe racer." So he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna cut it up, change the seat, take the fenders off, and do all this stuff to it." So now he shows a segment on why it's called a cafe racer. And they show all these Halford-looking dudes racing from cafe. And Halford came out with that cafe race. He made the Harley into one.
Yeah, you got the video.
It's so fucking cool, man.
You know,
Alfred, Rob. There's many who tried to prove that they're faster, but they didn't last. He was like, and they died as they tried. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he's fucking sick.
so he's at the concert. Him and John are at the concert, and what did he get? First ticket, first row.
Rob. First row tickets were up there. Halford's right there.
Oh my God.
John's like got his hand up there. Hey Rob. Rob goes like this. Smacks his hand. He's like, wow, man, he just fucking Rob. 85, man. The guy next door goes, you know what he just did, don't you? John's like, no. He goes, he wants you to come out back. He wants to fucking give it some head. You know? He's like, what? John's like this, wiping his hand off and shit. Yeah, really. He wants to take you backstage. I'm listening to
Smack me!
boom.
Oh, he licked his hand first.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, John, he's making some quick moves up there, man.
You're like,
It's
I never heard you licked his hand.
yeah,
I never heard you say that.
yeah.
It's like,
Happens like,
Yeah.
what's the dick? That's like, dick.
fucking John.
Rob Halford, like that. How many concerts everybody does that? Like, wait till you was like,
We didn't know
holy
he was
shit.
gay then. We didn't know it.
No, but like, hey, he's doing some weird moves.
That's the first time I did, John. No,
What's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a fucking cafe racer. What's so different about a cafe racer? They chop the bikes down. So I watched the show on cafe races. Everybody looks like Halford. They're all dressed in leather with the hats, and they ride their motorcycles. Usually BSA, Triumphs, very few Harleys, right? Because it's all English stuff. And they race to cafe, and they have a spot of tea. And this is what they do. And that's where the term cafe racer comes from. Halford, the cafe racers all dress up looking like Halford. And Halford was the first one to turn his fucking Harley into a cafe racer on that fucking thing. You see him, how he's sitting on that thing?
Yeah.
He made that, and in Turbo Lover with the skeleton on the fucking cafe racer going through the thing all animated.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knew about that shit over here. But in England, cafe races were fucking, that's what it was. Race from cafe to cafe to have this fucking spot of tea, and that's what they would do. And they all look like Halford lookalikes. I'm like, what?
A whole team of them?
Yeah. And then I go to fucking get my boots fucking repaired, and out walks this dude in leather pants and shit. He fucking looks like Halford, this dude. Wearing all leather, bald fucking head, and he had a little quiffiness going on with his ass, right? And instantly, I knew he wasn't right for me. That's like, but he fixed my fucking boots. But the guy's from England. I don't know. He dressed up like a cafe racer. He wears all leather vest with a t-shirt and tight leather fucking pants. And gets on the ferry and goes to Fire Island on the weekends. I'm serious.
Cafe
Right,
race.
Steve? Right.
Cafe races.
All right.
There it is.
What's that,
Steve?
Steve?
A whole
And
bunch
then
of
they
them
get
looking
into
like
the-
Halford.
They all look like Halford riding around.
Fucking 1,000 Halfords.
Halford was probably doing that shit way back in the day, you know? Unless they're all like kind of, you know, leather hat on with the stars.
Why do they make the bike like that?
They cut the bike down too. They cut the seat and they make it like weird. They take the back fender off, take the front fender
Wait a
off.
second. So they
To
designed
lighten
the
them
seat
up,
for
to lighten them up. you
to
know?
lighten them up, but it's a big fat seat, right?
Yeah, it's a big fat seat. It's got
I wonder
like
why.
this hard piece in the middle that comes up.
Does it fit two? Is it snug?
No, only one.
Right.
I'll tell
And
you
with
one
that,
thing.
Dave, we're gonna leave him with what?
That's the first sign right there we should have saw. What's going on?
All right, that gotta work.
Yeah, he used to make these goofy moves. It's like, yo, he don't move like other rock stars. He's something a little more feminine, a little something weird. He's like really into what he's doing. It's like fucking Alfred. What the heck? He puts his spits on his hand and he smacks fucking John. Puts his hand up, he smacks John on the hand. And the guy next to us, he says, yo, you know what that means? So I was like, what do you mean, man? It fucking happened. He's like, yeah, that means he wants to take you backstage and suck your dick. Think of somebody, right, Steve?